Hi, welcome to That Drone News. I'm your host, Nick Lang. That Drone News is a brand new show brought to you by David and Sarah O'Neill from That Drone Show. This show will provide you with the latest drone stories and the news that are important to our community. I'll start off each show with a top story, and this week's top story comes out of the 2015 Consumer Electronics Show and the keynote speech given by Intel. Intel teamed up with Ascending Technology and their Astec Firefly to implement Intel's RealSense technology within the Firefly drone. This technology allowed the drone to navigate through an obstacle course as well as a dense forest by recognizing objects that may become too close. When the drone recognizes an object that's coming too close, the drone simply avoids the item and continues on its path. Intel plans to make its technology widely available and ensures the entire industry will have access to this breakthrough in the near future. The RealSense technology is exactly what developers at Amazon need in order to show the FAA and the world that they weren't kidding when they released a promo video for Amazon Prime Air in December of 2013. Although Amazon still has a long way to go before we stop answering the doorbell and start answering the buzz of a multi-rotor. The Verge.com ranked the Astec Firefly as the best drone to come out of the CES 2015, which was a surprise to some because the almighty DJI Inspire 1 was also a big hit at the conference. DJI has announced its handheld stabilizer that they use with the Inspire 1's 4K camera. What's great about this handheld is if you're shooting real estate videos, you can now get your aerials outside, take off the Inspire 1's camera, and shoot stable 4K video inside the home as well. I have seen people walk through a house holding the Phantom to get the same effect, which can work, but on the other hand, I have also seen people try to attempt to fly their Phantom 2 around the studio apartment, and that I cannot recommend. In FAA news, the Federal Aviation Administration has allowed CNN to partnership with Georgia Tech Research Institute to explore the use of camera-equipped drones in news-gathering situations. Does that mean you'll start seeing drone footage on CNN? Probably not as soon as you like. The FAA still bans commercial use of drone footage, which includes journalism. Governmental operations, including state and public universities, may apply for a certificate of authorization to operate drones for specific purposes, such as research. To put it simply, CNN's partnership with Georgia Tech simply allowed them to apply for a COA to test the usefulness of using drones for journalism. The FAA also gave permission to a Phantom 2 Vision Plus pilot, Douglas Tredu of Arizona, to use his Phantom in the real estate videos. Mr. Tredu said he will still not charge extra for the aerial services, but would begin to follow the guidelines put out by the FAA in order to operate his Phantom legally. This will include receiving an FAA pilot's license that can end up costing around $9,000 to complete. In other FAA news, Clark State Community College has received permission to fly a drone over parts of Springfield, Ohio to collect photos and other data as part of the college's new precision agricultural program. The college announced on January 13th the Federal Aviation Administration has issued it a certificate of authorization to operate a drone over designated farm fields owned by the city and leased by local farmers. According to the terms of the certificate, the drone will be based at Springfield Municipal Airport and must remain at or below 400 feet above ground level. So far, 10 students are enrolled in the program, and students do not learn to fly the unmanned aircraft, but instead learn to analyze a wide range of data from the amount of moisture in the soil to pests that can be damaging to crops. DJI has also announced the H4 3D gimbal, which now supports the Hero 4 without balancing it with quarters and Velcro. As you know, That Drone News is a part of That Drone Show, and if you haven't heard already, International Drone Day will be taking place on March 14th, 2015. I encourage you to find a local team or contact David and Sarah if you are interested in creating your own team in your own area. The goal of the day is to educate people about the good use of drone in a safe manner. All around the world, teams will be gathering to participate in the demos and Q&As. Also just announced this week is the first official Bring Your Drone to Work Day. That's right, on February 26th, we encourage you to bring your drone to your place of business. However, we do recommend checking in with your boss before you bring in your own UAV. Some drones are great for indoors like the Proto X, but if you own a Phantom 1 or 2, I suggest setting up a specific time during lunch to demo your quadcopter. If your boss is really cool, or you happen to be the boss, this would be a great time to educate your employees about the good uses of drone and how your company could potentially benefit from using a drone. This has been the first edition of That Drone News. Be sure to check out thatdronenews.com and follow me on Instagram at NickLangMedia. If you are in the market for a flat profile lens to swap with your fisheye GoPro lens, check out the guys over at ragecams.com. I fly with their 5.4mm lens, and I will soon be flying with their 4.2mm lens. Their lens has eliminated all distortion when panning and tilting and has really added great value to my footage. Usually when I show people the footage I captured with my Hero 3 and 5.4mm lens from RageCam, their first question is, what DSLR are you shooting with? Mention my name when making your purchase and RageCams will give you up to a 15% discount. Once again, I'm Nick Lang, and this has been That Drone News.